So I like that this is really the first diode machine that I would be fine with leaving inside.
That laser is finally easy.
It comes with an HD camera for easier alignment, so the camera is pretty accurate. They can achieve up to 1 millimeter or even less. After the software is installed, you can see there are tons of ready-to-use projects.
I'm so happy with it.
I am so impressed with the quality of the engraving.
What we got so far?
And I really love the way that it turned out.
They are billing this as a magic box.
That is pretty darn cool.
Hello everyone, it's me Ria from WeCreat. Welcome back to our live stream. And standing right next to me is Cyrus. Cyrus, you've been a staple here in our live stream.
Yeah, I've been here since forever, since 1976. Yeah, so I'm really glad to be back, and I'm really excited to give our audience some new information, new products. And so again, hello everyone on YouTube and Facebook. And Ria, what do we have for today?
And before we start to kick off the show, let's just take a moment to thank everyone for their support. Our recent live stream have seen a surge in viewership,
right,
with questions poured in. From just 10 viewers, tens of viewers, to now hundreds. And it's really thrilling to see the growth.
I think, yeah, got to give it up for Ria. You're here every week making sure the projects are done well and everything, experimenting and working very hard.
Thanks.
So it's amazing to see the community grow. You mentioned that there have been some exciting updates, right?
Yes, and that's right. We've been taking note of all your feedback and working hard to improve them. And in fact, in response to a user's request from our last live stream, we've added a stencil font feature to our Make It app. You will find it in the updated version, and today we'll give you a live demo about that too.
Cool. So that's fantastic, and I know that you'll also be demonstrating some new features of our 2.0 software, right?
Yes, we showed them in our last live stream, but not all of them.
Right.
And you guys want to see more, and so yeah, let's just do it today. And now we'll be showcasing. Later, we'll be showcasing projects and made with the newest update of our Make It app.
Right.
Plus, we'll address some of the questions you've submitted throughout the live stream. But our team members will also be on hand to provide real-time assistance.
Yeah. Becky and Ellen and Patrick, they are also online to answer some questions.
Yes, and now without further ado, well, as you guys can see, this big thing. It's tonight's surprise. And are you ready? Well, let's start to unveil this surprise. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and this month has been full of exciting releases, including our auto conveyor feeder, 2-watt laser module, and the 2.0 software update. But today, this one is the 40-watt laser machine for WeCreat. And the anticipation is killing me, right?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of excitement lately, and your support has made it all possible.
Yes, and this big guy, I like this 40-watt laser machine. I like this techy color, and it's really for this Laser Pro style, and compared to White Vision, yeah, I like this one. It's so cool. And now the moment you've been all been waiting for, like I know some of our viewers are woodwork enthusiasts. Yeah. I think you'll be really excited about this. And this is our latest edition. And I love this sleek design. Yeah. And the tacky color is just a smooth touch. And we'll just give you some rundown of these features, and later we'll dive into some cutting tests.
Actually, the color that you mentioned, it's actually inspired by a very famous computer brand, a US computer brand. I don't want to say it, but I own one of the laptop books, whatever. And in real life, it's the midnight blue that some of you may be familiar with. It's not space gray. I think we made some adjustments on the color, and believe me, our team and we've spent a lot of time going back and forth to the factory to make sure the color looks nice in real life.
And so what does the 40-watt bring to the table, you may ask? Well, in a nutshell, first one. The 40-watt
Machine,
laser machine
yeah.
offers faster work and greater efficiency, and making it perfect for high-speed projects. And it really pushes the boundaries of what a dial laser machine can do.
Yeah, and then when engraving stainless steel, let's for example, the 40-watt machine can produce a wider range of colors. There's actually a rainbow effect and some brighter results compared to the 20-watt laser machine.
Yeah.
And with the addition of a rotary attachment, you can create even more intricate designs on, for example, stainless steel tumblers.
And I think we'll be showing that in our live stream later.
Yeah.
And thirdly, with the auto conveyor feeder, woodworking enthusiasts can take their laser projects to another level and
Yep.
no longer confined to A3 paper dimensions. You can now create large pieces of work or even furnitures or screen
big ones.
dividers. I've always wanted to do a screen divider.
Right. But keep in mind though, like the 40-watt generates a lot of smoke when cutting, so it's advisable to use it in a well-ventilated area. Better yet, you can purchase our new accessory, the WeCreat booster fan. Actually, that's right here.
Yeah, it's in the back.
Which will be a huge upgrade to your exhaust system, and it's perfect for 40-watt machines.
Yeah, sure. And so, Cyrus, the booster fan doesn't just bring more power, right? But allows for a longer exhaust tube.
Yes, yes. Actually, when you buy our laser machine, it comes with a 5 feet hose, right? Exhaust hose. But when you buy the booster fan, actually it comes with not only the fan, which needs separate power, but also another 5 feet hose. So what you can do is you can either use one hose with the fan, or you can connect two 5 feet hose together to make it like a 10 feet exhaust hose, and then put the fan in the middle to make sure all the smoke and fumes will be ventilated out.
Yeah, that's really important because it's getting hotter and hotter, and the temperature is really high, and the hot air could be pressed inside the room. So
Yes.
you just need a better ventilation or have a boost fan to suck the smoke or fumes out.
Yeah, it works really well because it creates like an airflow in the room. So it's, it sucks out all the bad air.
Yeah, and I think it actually reduces the burn marks too, because the hot air, the airflow
more
could
efficient.
reduces the temperature too.
Yeah.
Now I think, without further ado, let's start do some cutting tests. First one, hold on. And we won't be testing thin wood today. Instead, let's just go straight for the thicker stuff. And how about cutting now let's start with the 70 millimeters of the Cherrywood, and then we'll be going with 20 millimeters of the Pinewood.
Okay.
They're just the hardwood, so I think hardwood are such a big challenge. A 20-watt laser machine wouldn't do this job, but 40-watt, yeah. Let's just check.
This is so hefty. The wood and the machine looks hefty too.
Yeah, and it was just release so many possibilities. You can cut. I think our wood enthusiasts, you may have some of the cutting, but cutting with laser is more actually efficiency.
Right.
And it's safer, I think. If you're using those machines to cut through wood to different angles, it could do thicker, but actually for within 20 millimeters of the thickness of the material, I think laser could do more intricate designs.
Right. Okay.
And let's just start, let's just cut small corner, that would be so fast. Let's do this. And this is the Cherrywood. Oh, we should measure the thickness, but we'll be measuring later.
Yeah.
This is just 17 millimeters of the Cherrywood. Let's just choose the power setting here. And now, let's just start. When you're cutting through really thick materials, you may have to adjust the focus. So we have another way to do this. You can just choose to close the autofocus.
Yes.
And then adjust the height of the thickness of the material. Then you can just adjust this focus.
Right.
Well, let's do the cutting, and as you can, I don't know, guys, if you can see from this angle, the smokes are sucking out, and there's no smoke leaking.
Yeah.
The film's leaking.
I can breathe easy.
Yeah.
Basically.
And also, when we're cutting acrylics, you know, usually it creates a lot of bad smoke, and it's really toxic. But the sucking, this booster fan is really efficient to suck out all the.
And it's
fumes.
so quiet too. Is that done already?
Yeah. Oh, but I just make I should be making the line longer. Hold on. Let's just do another round. Let's just make the line longer. I made it too close to the border. But it's really quick, I would say. You can see from this camera. Let's just make them longer. I wonder why it's so fast. Okay. Now let's start. And for the 20, this is the 20 millimeters of the Pinewood. Let's just measure it. And we've already soaked the wood in the water for some time. I think it would be, you will see the result. It helps reduce the burn marks.
Yes. And keep in
wood.
mind 40 watt is very, very powerful. So if you if you go too slow, there's a risk of, you know, it lighting up.
Yeah, it's 20 millimeters, 20.7 actually. We'll be trying this one. And with that, our designer made a stool.
Yeah.
They used to, when they're working, they just make this stool. And I think you could make something like fence
Yes.
in the yard.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be a really nice choice.
So again, this is Cherrywood and this is
Pinewood.
Pinewood. Okay.
These are some woods like you'll be easily getting hand.
Yes, yes, yes.
And after this, we'll be showing you guys the latest version of our 2.0 features. Let's just see. Wow.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I was going to snap it, but I didn't even need to, and it just broke.
So now we can measure the thickness to show our audience. Well, since they can't read it, so you
It's
just have to take
18.82. Actually, is more than 80 millimeters.
Okay.
And now let's just try this Pinewood.
Okay.
I've always wanted to make a small shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now I can finally.
Well, just pay for the materials that you use.
So there's also a small tip, like if you want to cut through a wood end, if the material is okay to soak in the water, that we recommend it. You'll be seeing the result here. Just make the line longer and cutting. This is the thickest wood that we can do so far. So
Yeah, but we'll also be experimenting with more different kinds of wood. And I think for softer wood, you can go even thicker, right?
yeah, for softwood, we've tried 30 millimeters.
Okay.
It would cut through like cutting butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe our 40 watt laser machine from WeCreat is a worthy upgrade for those who need cutting and engraving efficiency. If you are handling larger jobs, and this machine performs exceptionally well.
Yeah, and you can even buy that with the auto feeder, 40 watt. That will become like the most powerful, most versatile bundle actually. But if you're a casual user looking for value, the 20 watt may still be the sweet spot. And the 2 watt laser module excels in fine engraving, handling a wider range of materials and plastics compared to the 20 watt, like jewelries and accessories.
We'll be doing a pendant engraving with that, and you'll be seeing like how intricate designs that our 2 watt laser module
Fine
can
lines,
do.
but if you're constantly running projects that require a ton of cutting, then I think 40 watt is really the way to go.
Yeah. And you know, our conveyor feeder can also be used as a riser base.
Right.
So if you're handling larger objects that kind of have a irregular shape,
Yeah.
that would do. Or just have some bumps.
So basically, you can actually put it on top, like let's say a wooden stool
Yeah.
to engrave that.
Yeah, sure. And for me, it's a tough choice, you know, because each machine has its own strengths and can be replaced. So choosing the laser, the best laser machine that suits your needs, and I think they're just like for my children. And 20 watt laser will be the balanced one.
The well-balanced one,
Yeah.
sports and studies.
Yes, and the 40 watt will be the strongest one.
The
And-
all-American quarterback, whatever.
Yeah, and then also the 2 watt laser module would be
Will be the Harvard and Yale
Yeah.
person.
yeah.
Okay.
And next, since it's cutting, well, it's almost done. And once it's done, we'll be changing to that machine. 2 watt with engraving on pendant.
Okay.
That would be a great, nice gift choice for mom
Right.
for Mother's Day too. It's done. Well, I don't see any burn marks, and usually it would you know, you'll be seeing flames, but if we are soaking the wood in the water, there will be no flames. Wow. It's really like cutting butter, you know. It's 20 millimeters
20 millimeter pine wood.
pine wood. It's really hardwood. Yeah. So also you can add some tabs if you're, oh, there's a small tip. When you're using conveyor feeder, remember to put on the tabs because it would fall out and it will hard to pick when you're using conveyor feeder.
Right.
20 millimeters of pine wood. Okay.
Again, don't go too slow, but if you
Then
want to
you
go
can see
slow,
the back.
yeah. If you want to go slow, then either soak it in water or spray some water on it to make sure it doesn't combust.
Yeah. So now let's come to this one. And the material, we have to put it on the laser bed. Since this object is too small, I'll be putting on a plastic board. Okay. Open, make it up, and the fonts. Let's just choose the fonts. Start a new project, and let's just upload the pattern. I'll be choosing a pattern that requires, you know, there's so many lines here. As you can see, this one. In this small pendant, it's a really complicated one. And for small tips, due to this material is reflective, so I recommend you to close the autofocusing here and just measure the thickness of the material and also the material you put onto. So the thickness we already measured is 4.1 millimeters, and the power setting, you guys may asking about the power setting. We'll be putting all the power settings that we used in our, I'll put them in the description box. You'll be checking them in down.
Now, in case the audience would ask, what material is this one again?
This one is stainless steel. We'll
Okay.
be using the power for 100 and speed for 200 and the line density 200. But I think 150 would be nice too. And now you already put it here. You can adjust it. That would be nice. And start. When you're using this function, you can use the framing. You guys could check it out because we don't have a camera here on the top. So when you're using the framing, it would just do like LightBurn, you know.
All right.
You will see exactly where you put it. And when you see checking, well, I think it's fine, and then we'll just send it and start. Yeah. And now I'll be showing you the new features of the fonts. Text. We'll be engraving "Love You, Mom," on the back. I love you, Mom, right? For a Mother's Day gift. Let's just say. Okay, let's just drag them here. And choose engraving. Fill engrave. And here are the new fonts.
You can search for serif, S-E-R-I-F. S-E-R-I-F. R-I-F.
S-E-R?
R-I-F. R.
L?
Auto.
You type it. Oh, serif, okay. Oh, these are new fonts that you chose?
Yes. Later on, I'll be going deeper into what kind of fonts.
I'll be choosing this one.
Okay.
But hold on, let's just check something else. You guys were asking about stencil, right? These are some stencil fonts we have here. Wow. And also you can choose elegant. There's some cursive designs here. And here, recently used, and also you can have bookmark
Yeah,
fonts
you can
too.
put your favorites.
And I'll be choosing this, what's it called?
Serif.
Serif, okay. Here. I'll go with this one. Let's just check it out. Let me just wipe it out. I'll just wipe it with my shirt. You guys can see that? Is the camera focused?
Cameraman, can we see that?
Okay, it's really nice. Wow, look at the
It's
lines.
really detailed. Let me hold it while you work on
I have
back.
to put it on. I have to put it
Yeah.
inside. We have to engrave on the back. Okay.
because the light might reflect off of it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a little bit.
So now I'm
still.
going to engrave
Okay.
on another side. Okay. So make sure. Okay. So we don't have to use autofocus. We just refresh the background. Here. And also you can engrave on some sentence, special sentence for your loved ones. And also there's another feature, the jigsaw feature.
Yeah.
We'll be cutting with our 40 watt.
We'll be demonstrating the perfect Mother's Day gift later.
Here, and I just touched the cable, so. And now we just make it small and cancel the pattern here. I love you, Mom. And the same thickness and same parameters. And now it's changed, so I have to put it 100 of the power and 200 for the speed. That's perfect for stainless steel engraving. And now you can just
And the
start.
font.
And the font too. I prefer the font, but you can choose the elegant one too. Yeah, that's it. You can just start. You can frame it or not. So when this one is engraving, we'll be cutting the puzzle piece here. Let me just move the chair. And here is also a gift inspiration for you, for Mom's Day, for Mother's Day.
So
having a grand-
what are
yeah.
what are you gonna do with this?
I'll be cutting this to a puzzle.
Okay.
So when your mom get it and she has to play with the puzzle pieces, and then she will know the message you are giving her. It's such a great surprise.
I think this would be the best gift for my mom because she wants me to have a baby.
Yeah.
So you know how it's really popular these days to have like a baby review party and all that stuff and hot air balloons or whatever. So you can do something like this, you know, when soon to be grandma,
Yeah.
you know, she puts together this puzzle, then she'll realize what you have.
And also for if
surprised.
you're giving your child or like a pet as a gift. And then he gets to, or he or she gets to put the pieces together and wow, and
Yeah,
check.
if
It's
you
done,
can-
I think.
Okay.
Let's just check this one. And let's just wipe it. And this is the final result here. I love you, Mom. And this one. Now you can just put a chain and give it to your mom.
Yeah, let me bring it closer.
It's
Let me bring
reflective.
it closer.
And now I'll be putting this board inside. But before that, we have to measure it. You have to make the size of this. I'll just use this caliber. Hold on. Let me measure it. So the width would be 250.
250?
250, and this would be 176. 176. 250 and 176. You have to remember this. And we already actually put a layer of paint, and then we engrave it. So you can see 3 colors. So now let's refresh the background. And this is one of the new features. Jigsaw puzzle, it's just on the left of the bar. And here you can make your personalized puzzle. Let me just put it inside. 250?
250 and 176.
Yeah. 176. Let's just adjust the size, and then the tab size here. The tab size is just the size of the connecting tab.
Yes.
Make them smaller. For the bigger it is, the tab is, it's easier to put the pieces together. And the jitter, some of you were asking the jitter. Jitter is just like a cursive pattern of the tab.
It's like the curvature that you want for the connecting tabs.
Yeah, I just want
So
it-
it could be like a swirl or it could be like flat.
Yeah, since this is a gift for your mom, so let's just make the row and column number smaller.
Okay.
Let's just make like
Grandma, soon to be grandma.
Grandma 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just make them 4. That would be nice. Okay. Then adjust it here. So if you're seeing like here, it will automatically adhesive design. So you can click settings here and close the auto alignment. Oh, I forgot to measure the thickness, so you can just turn on the autofocusing. That would be really easy for you. Just one click here.
So as you can see, when
You can also adjust this jigsaw too.
yeah, when you turn on auto alignment, then it aligns to, you know, straight and flat and perpendicular angles. But if you
Yeah.
turn it off, you can do more precise angles.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's just it. And you can just make them a little bit bigger. It won't affect. Where you can is actually making the photo. That would be nice. And choose autofocus here. And don't forget to add on tab breakpoints, so it won't fall out
Right.
if you're making a puzzle.
So adding breakpoints means there's some tiny connecting pieces that you can break it out after cutting it. I think you can make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah. And you can also, when you're using autofocus, I recommend you to adjust the size after you focus it. And about cutting with 40 watt, 100 of the power speed for 40 will be nice. For 20 watt, you'll be choosing 7 for the speed, but for 40 watt, 14 will be, you can just start higher, but 40 watt, 14 of the speed is my personal favorite. Okay, 4 minutes. It reduces a lot of the time actually. Yeah.
This is like the perfect Mother's Day gift.
Yeah.
It's better than anything, expensive, I think.
And not only Mother's Day, there's a Father's Day coming in. So guys, are you ready for that? And there is so many inspiration for you guys, and we'll be putting a lot of projects in our library too, for you too.
And I think with the new possibilities, with the upgraded font selection, there's a lot more, possibilities that you can make.
Yeah, banners for decoration for the Father's Day.
Yeah, so to go into a little bit of detail, I've personally curated and chosen around 500 fonts that's available now in our 2.0 Make It app. And I've put tags on them, so you can search for the specific style that you want. For example, you can search for fun, casual, cute, girly, handwritten, Christmas, and even Halloween.
Yeah.
So you can have different styles.
Yes.
And if you're doing invitation cards for weddings, store openings, then you can do elegant or calligraphy.
Yeah, this one is the
serif fonts.
elegant font here for the invitation card.
And
for the Mother's Day.
last time our audience also asked about the stencil font, and well, not only do we have stencil font right now, you can even search for cursive fonts, which means that if you're cutting the letters out, then it won't fall apart. It's going to be one long piece.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I also like the retro gaming and the icon fonts. I know Cyrus and our team members, and we have been busy working on not only marketing materials, website and projects. So what are the planning on the project front?
Well, our team, they're working on many things at the moment. As our audience can see, we just released, we're pre-selling the auto feeder, and then the 2-watt infrared, and then also this 40 watt. So we've been ultra busy. So they're also trial testing on different machines and different modules. And the next on our agenda will be Father's Day projects, like you just mentioned. And our audience can actually lighten our workload if you have any good inspirations for Father's Day projects or any of the auto conveyor feeder projects. Remember to share your ideas on our Facebook group.
Yeah, and if you're new here in our community, don't forget to join our official Facebook, because I see so many. And once I just come to the Facebook, when I open it, I will see so many inspirations and nice projects there.
Right.
Yes, and so for today's 40-watt laser machine and the booster fan, well, this is actually very efficient, and you see no smokes and fumes leaking out, and we barely smell anything.
I don't smell
Especially when we are cutting acrylic, it's toxic, but the booster fan just make the smokes and fumes sucking out really efficient. Yes. And our viewers, you can find all these accessories on our website, official website. Just check in the accessories section, and I'll also put the link in the description box down below after the live stream. And also, do we have a special coupon for our viewers?
Well, yes, in fact we do.
Wow.
It's exclusive only for our live stream audience. If you're itching to buy the 40-watt bundle, stay tuned for the Q&A session later, where we'll give you, a coupon code that's good for, I think, $150.
Well, only in our live stream.
Yes.
I think so far, yeah. And I think this one is almost done.
Yeah, it's almost done. I think it's turning out great.
Yeah, and so for Mother's Day projects, I think we're showcasing Mother's Day projects for 2 live streams. That they're just endlessly. There's still some of the new projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also find all these projects in our library. If you haven't seen them, and just contact us, we'll be putting them as soon as possible.
Everything you see, we'll upload
Put
them
it out.
as soon as the designers get ready.
Wow. I think I need a paper to take it out. Hold on. I have to make the pieces. How can I show them to our audience? Let's just say.
I think we should put a metal board.
Yeah, but that would be a nice choice here. I think we should be putting the pieces together, but as you can see, there's just less burn marks. Let me show them. Here. I think this may be due.
I think we'll
I
ask
forgot to ask the tab.
We'll ask our staff to assemble it, and then we'll review it later in the Q&A.
Yeah, sure. And before our Q&A, this is a Mother's Day project I want to show you guys.
Okay.
Can you help me to? Anyone? And I personally like this cat accessories holder. And this one, I think you can also, if you are a small business owner, you can, you're selling your accessories out, and you can just showcasing them and put it on the holder. I think this is really nice. And for this one, this could be a decorating board. You can add some personalization of your own, definitely. For Mother's Day room decoration.
Yeah.
And well,
It would be better if you put a name on it.
yeah, I love this one. This, I thought it was made with this board, but actually it's made of just paper. So Vision can do perfectly on paper cutting. There's just 2 versions of them. I think we should do a series of them, like different flowers, different color combinations.
Yes. If we do 4 of the same pattern with different color, it would be like Andy Warhol, basically.
Wow, yes, and wow, so many layers. And our designer just put a wooden board in the back, so it can hold this paper really nice. And there's no burn marks when it comes to cutting papers. This is my personal favorite. And her mommy, this is kind of the Nintendo style, like Super Mario. This is so nice. And it's actually so easy to make. We just made with our color wooden panels. The textures are quite different when it comes to color wooden panels for the original one, and
it's
you paint
very
it
smooth,
on site.
actually.
Yeah, you wouldn't see any brush leaving.
Right.
And this one,
This is done by a very crafty designer.
you have to put this log here,
This gear.
this gear, and then that's the key. You have to insert it to the holes, and then you
Yeah.
twist it, and
It's
then
like
you can
mechanical.
open. Yeah, and here you can see the side that how these gears work.
So it comes with a key that you can sort of
Yeah.
rotate and then
Yeah, well, I
open the
haven't
box.
pasted. I have to paste it that it.
Just be gentle with it though.
Yeah, but if you can mate with thicker wood,
Yeah, harder wood, then it will be great.
and this you can put some gifts inside.
And this?
These are just like 100 reasons, 1,000 of reasons that I love you. This is
Yes.
Mom, I love you because the 2 version of this.
There are 2 versions. One is for grandma and one is for mom. So you can write your own 6 different reasons that you love your grandma or your mom.
You
and
come
then-
up with those, right?
Yeah, that's because I love my grandma and my mom.
Yeah, I think for Mother's Day, Father's Day, these are actually really important special day for us to show our love and appreciation to the loved ones.
This is a fridge magnet, but actually you can do an enlarged versions and becomes a wall art.
You can spin it. Or you can just cutting with normal wood board and paint with different petals with different colors.
You know, now I look at it and I think we could do like a version with just the flower petals covered and just have one revealing.
Yeah, that would be nice too.
Yeah, it's like a roulette.
These are just inspirations. You guys can just change the design in our library.
DIY.
I like this one. And I think without further ado, let's just start our Q&A session. But if you guys have any suggestions, improvement advices, don't forget to leave them in the chat box. Let's just start one.
All right.
Okay, before we start the Q&A session, let's take a good look at the jigsaw
puzzle that they made. Careful. Oh, it's glued on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me hold it a little bit closer.
So if you're gonna make a puzzle for your grandma, don't make the puzzle pieces like too many of them.
Yeah, if you're making it for someone younger, then you can do 1,000 pieces or 2,000. And
also, you can make like children educational games, whatever you wanted your children to learn, scientific science facts or whatever. You can just make them as like puzzles.
Yeah, you can You can make pictures of your spouse, your kids, your family pet, or portraits. You know, family portraits, and do like a huge one actually with our auto conveyor feeder. You can make it like a huge one.
Yeah, and just one click, and it's quite convenient. And also talking about, we have the offset features that well, I'll be showing you guys. I'll find a project that will be made in the live stream. This is a bag. Actually, this is originally like nothing on top, but I cut through a piece of. I made a pattern here, and then I use the offset feature. You can adjust how big it is, and then I cut it through, and I sew it on my bag.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's a very nice little camping style overnight bag.
Okay.
So yeah, I can think of for the puzzle. I can even think of cool subway map puzzles, and even and even classic art stuff like Da Vinci or Van Gogh, and then sell it on Etsy.
Well, that's sure. But be respectful of the copyright laws if you plan to sell them. And for the code for the special offer today?
Yeah, sure. For the special offer today, well, there's a special offer again today for our 40-watt bundle.
You can get $150 off of a first-time purchase of the 40-watt laser vision bundle. So just enter the code 40-watt 150, and you'll be just put it when you're checking it out. Yeah, and if you are a first-time buyer of the vision, and that's 40150. 40W150. So, and the code is valid until May 30. So, but it's first come, first serve, so it will probably run out. I'll put the code in the description box down below too, after the live stream.
So yeah, don't miss out on this awesome deal. The 40-watt machine, as a reminder, it's on pre-sale, just as the auto conveyor feeder and the 2-watt. You guys will be shipping them out in May.
Yeah, and now let's just start. Oh, first we'll welcome Rhonda, JHB, Louise, Kathy, Lynn Ford, John, Kenneth, Susan, and team. So first question from Jack. I've ordered a vision bundle and it says delivered while I've only received parts of the bundle. Is that normal?
Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you how the process is done. Each product inside the bundle is individually shipped. So sometimes, well, I think there was an error on the system. So sometimes it sends out, you know, your shipment has arrived or a shipment has been shipped out. But actually, we send it piece by piece. So you'll be getting a notification after each piece is being sent out.
And keep in mind that 40 watt that you see today is the 2-wall infrared module and also the conveyor feeder are the pre-sale products, so which will be shipped out in late May.
Yeah.
Next question from Janice K. I'm confused. Can you give me more info about which model to choose, the 20 watt, 40 watt, or the infrared module?
To put it simply, if you deal with wood, then definitely get the 20 watt or the 40 watt. The 2-watt laser module is a standalone item, so you could combine that with either a 20 watt or a 40 watt.
Okay,
Yeah.
and as for the difference between 20 watt and 40 watt, the simplest answer is this: like if you plan to cut wood then thicker than 6 to 8 millimeters, and then get a 40 watt machine, and it would work together real nice with the auto conveyor feeder too.
Yep. So if you're having a hard time deciding which one to get, that is the easiest way to put it. If you want power, then go with the 40.
Yeah.
If you want a sweet balance and maybe a little bit more affordable, then go with the 20 watt.
Yeah. Next question from Thomas. I just placed an order for the 20 watt. Can I change it to 40 watt?
Well, Alan is always trying his best to help. So yes, if you had purchased the 20 watt vision within the last 30 days after the delivery date and would like to change to the 40 watt vision, you can do so. But we're sorry to say that you're going to have to pay for the shipping back yourself. So let me put that again. If you had bought the 20 watt vision and it was delivered within 30 days, then it's okay, it's possible to return it and swap it for the 40 watt. But in another bit of news today, actually, we see that there's a lot of users and audience who are asking about swapping the 20 watt head with the 40 watt. Originally, it was really quite tough to do, but our engineers, they're working very, very hard on it, and we're exploring that possibility. And right now, it's quite positive that we're going to have something in the future that. In the near future, that you can swap your 20 watt laser head for the 40 watt. It will definitely take a bit of skills, and you will probably need to be a little bit crafty with your hands, but it's doable right now, as you know, as our boss told us.
But to do that, just email our customer service if you want to change it.
Yeah.
And next question from Kathy. Can you show us how to combine letters again?
Well, the good news is that as of last week or this week, we have upgraded our font library, and we have 450 different fonts right now. So you can search for cursive, CURSIVE, cursive fonts, and those are normally stuck together fonts. But there are some little, maybe a few letters that you need to manually adjust to try to stick that together. And Ria, I think you have a lot of experience putting the fonts together.
Yes.
What would that be? It's the welding function, right?
Yes, just
the melding or the welding function.
If you're like, if the cursive fonts, sometimes the first one, maybe some of the letter, they're not connected.
Yeah.
And then you can just put another, just copy and paste, and then you just use and you put them together. Just make sure that they are connected for a little bit, and then you just use the weld function.
Yeah.
And then they will just to welding together.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be showing you guys maybe like for cutting
maybe
a
next week?
bigger. Yeah, next week. Definitely. Next live stream. If you guys are interested.
Next live stream.
If you're interested in some other topics or kinds of projects, don't forget to, don't hesitate to leave in the comment section below.
Okay. And then the next one I've already answered.
Can you, And next question from
ASDFG.
Yeah, would you like to see more a demo of stainless steel cutting?
Yes, it will be on our agenda for next time, for the next live stream.
Yeah, we already shoot some videos about it, but we haven't posted out yet. And for now, we are successfully cut it through 0.1 millimeters of the stainless steel. Yeah, but maybe we can do a metal bookmark or something next time.
Maybe.
And next question from John. In your project area, does it include the settings needed to cut and engrave said project? Yes, if you select a project, it will also bring out the preset settings. So you just need to align and start. But you have to make sure the materials are the same with the materials that you use. Then you can just use the default settings.
Is there more questions?
Here, let's see. One question from Facebook. So I'm understanding the only difference between 20 watt and 40 watt is the 40 watt cuts deeper, and that would be the only difference. Actually, I would say no. We already showed in our live stream. The first one is 40 watt is more stronger, but the engraving spots are different. So for better engraving results, I would recommend you use the 20 watt laser machine. And due to the powers, 40 watt can do more brighting engraving effect on stainless steel.
Yeah.
So it's different.
So it's not only wood, stainless steel also has a different effect.
And which one is best for leather? It depends whether you want to cut or engrave. I think, yeah. If you want to engrave, usually 20 watt engraves better than 40 watt. If you are going to search for engraving test on both 20 watt and 40 watt on the internet, you will see 20 watts definitely works better. When you're doing this, it will create a smooth texture and the lines.
If you're working on leather, then you probably need to cut it, a lot of times, not only engrave.
Yeah.
If you do like leather straps or even belts, then maybe 40 watt could be,
Yeah, but for us, we're testing out materials. We will be using 40 watt for cutting, and it is definitely faster. But for better results, especially engraving, I would choose 20 watt.
Yeah, I think we'll do even more, sorry.
We should do a compare test.
Yes, we'll do even more testing for coating.
Yeah. And for engraving on metal or remove the rust or plastic ABS, we recommend to use acrylic 2 watt infrared module is you cannot replace this 2 watt to 20 watt yet. Each of them has their advantage.
Yes, if you want to do fine lines, then 2 watt is the way to go. If you want to cut deep, then 40.
And the offset feature I spoke, that's the back, but I think we have so many to talk about in our next live stream.
Yes.
So the offset feature you guys want to see, and the compare test of both 40 watt and 20 watt.
And maybe leather and maybe stainless steel cutting.
Oh, wow.
Thanks a lot for your suggestions.
Yeah, so you guys stay tuned. Don't forget to, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see, are there any more questions here? I think there's an internet problem. How to offset. Okay, I just choose a picture, an SVG file, and then I choose this pattern and then use the offset. One click of the offset, and then you can adjust the gap between the picture and the outer edge line. So you'll be seeing that. Maybe we should we'll definitely do it in our next live stream.
Again, I think it's the 2.0 software updates that brings it.
Engraving would not be it's not quite similar, but it depends on your preference and what kind of projects you'll be doing. Actually.
I think with a pro, then you probably have you can probably achieve similar results if you're really good with the precise settings, because 40 watt is a lot more powerful, so things get burnt easier. Yeah.
Can you cut paper with a 40 watt without issues? Paper watt can do 40 watt can cut through papers, but you have to just set the settings, power settings for very low.
Yeah.
We'll be doing more paper cutting, test on that because there's so many papers.
There's a long list of requests.
Yeah. And let's see. Anything else? You guys want to have more time on?
There was one question that I ignored. I think I have an answer to that. Some people were asking about a diode fiber machine. Well, we will seriously consider whatever suggestions you guys put out, and if we feel that it suits the market's needs, and if we won't lose money making that, then it's definitely on the table for discussion. Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in that too.
Yeah.
We'll be doing more nice projects. So
but give us some time, because just this month we've been releasing a lot of new stuff, and a lot of marketing content, website content, and projects.
And the softwares, we're constantly improving that according to your needs. Like, the Jigsaw and the offset feature are some of the suggestions that you give, and then we just we work on that right away, and then we get it. It's really convenient.
So keep your suggestions coming, all right?
Okay, let's see. You guys want to have more time on problem solving? Yeah. And do a tumbler with the 40 watt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
It's compatible with 40 watt laser machine too.
Now, we do need to experiment with a lot of new materials and new machines. So we'll try to do it as ASAP.
And when you're engraving on stainless steel tumbler, using 40 watt can achieve like a brighter, more colors, vivid colors with 40 watt.
There's like a rainbow pattern thing that sometimes you can achieve.
Yeah. And a portable laser machine? We don't know.
Again,
how many of you are interested?
Again, it's on the table. It's on the table, okay? For discussion.
I love how you are always coming up with new add-ons.
Well, that's a big influencer, quick cutter.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments.
How soon for just the 40 watt head, you think?
I don't have an exact date for that, but they're working. Like I said, this month we've released a lot of new stuff, and they are still fine tuning the 2 watts and the auto conveyor feeder and the 40 watt machine. So please give us a little bit of time, and we'll tell you guys. I think if you guys keep watching this live stream, then you'll be the first to find out new product news and new information about WeCreat.
And Donna asked from Facebook, would you able to use the conveyor with the 2 watt infrared laser? Yeah,
yes.
Actually, because a 2 watt module is in the vision, inside the vision. So when you just take out the crumb tray of the vision, then you just put it on the riser base of the conveyor feeder. You can definitely engrave on metal poster board, like a big board for definitely.
Well, our engineers have made the auto conveyor feeder really compatible with all of our products, and even some of our friendly and competitors' products, and even some open frame laser machines. It's possible to use that with the auto conveyor feeder.
Yeah, and also it can be used as a riser base if you want to
multi-purpose.
If you want to engrave on some special materials. And I really want one of these 40 watt and a 2 watt infrared attachment.
Just save up.
Because of so many discount on booster fan.
We'll talk to the bosses about that. I cannot offer you discounts myself, but we'll talk to the bosses about that.
Yeah, but in our booster fan, in our 2 watt infrared module live stream, we posted a code.
Yeah, that was last time.
A booster fan.
Yeah, I think that's expired, but we'll talk to the bosses.
And anything else for you guys?
I think that's about it, right? So.
Well, just me. For some of other questions, is that about the after service? Then you can just contact Alan. Alan is 24 hours available, so feel free to
I think Alan would appreciate you saying that, as if he's not busy
Ellen
enough.
has his team members. They don't know. Ellen has team members. So
Alan does not sleep, and he waits for your emails.
And some of the questions, we will come like some technical problems or any interesting suggestions on the comments.
Suggestions, please post them on Facebook.
Yeah,
and
but if you have any other questions, like just feel free to contact support@wecreate.com. That's, remember, without E. It's
without the
really
last year, so
important.
it's WECREAT.com.
Yeah. Anything else? Yeah.
John has high regards for our machine.
Yes.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you everyone for your support.
We're working actually very, very hard to put out things that you guys will be satisfied with, and please, support us and appreciate the effort that we make.
Yeah, I think that's all for today's live stream. I hope we address all your problems, and don't feel feel free to put in more questions or your doubts or suggestions in our Facebook group.
Especially your product suggestions. We will seriously consider each one of them.
Yeah, and if you're new
including
here,
fiber, the 40-watt swapping.
And if you're new here, don't forget to join our community group, just at WeCreat official group on Facebook.
Yeah, William, Doris, Ellen, and I are always on the Facebook browsing. We're like stalkers. We look at you guys' posts and see if there's any positive or negative comment or any suggestions. It's very rewarding when you guys are, active on the group.
Oh,
so
there's one more question, like for Mary. Any disadvantage to the 40-watt? Not as good detail. I'm looking to purchase my first laser printer. Well, for a first beginner, I would definitely suggest you purchase the 20-watt module, because a 20-watt laser machine, WeCreat Vision, because 20-watt can achieve better results, detail engraving, than 40-watt. But 40-watt is more powerful cutting and brighter colors on stainless steel. And 40-watt, if you are a small business owner and you want to do more efficient and faster projects, then I would recommend you use the 40-watt machine. Each of them has their strength. I wouldn't say disadvantages, I would say strengths.
I think we'll, maybe not next time, but we'll do an in-depth comparison between the two.
Yeah.
And there are also two questions that I know the answers to. So from Maxine, can the housing for the 20-watt and 40-watt both accommodate the 40-watt if they do become interchangeable? The answer is yes. If I'm not mistaking your question, the 20-watt machine, the 20-watt Vision, where the engineers are working on a kit that you can swap the 40-watt head in, and then for the 40-watt, it can definitely house the 40-watt.
Yes. And I would recommend you use the booster fan again. Yeah, we use it every day. Noli.
And
thanks, Noli. Thanks for your support, and we are so looking forward to your videos too, Noelle.
And then ASDFG also said CO2 lasers would be good, and that is also, on the table for discussion.
Yeah.
But again, our engineers are working on a lot of things at the same time. So
I think that's all for today's live stream.
Yeah, that's a lot of info and a lot of,
Yeah, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and like our live stream. And I think we have so many projects to do in our next one. So stay tuned, guys, and see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.